Good afternoon, Guam, and welcome to the People's House, the Guam Congress Hall, in the public hearing room for this very special presentation. I'd like to recognize my colleague, Senator Jess Lujan, and of course, the procurement princess of the Guam legislature, Senator Sabina Perez. Thank you for joining us on this special occasion relative to recognizing Mr. John B. Benavente. John B., as I'm sure you guys know, Mr. B here, for his dedication to sports and his service as a referee, and commending him for his contributions to the sports community of Guam. Uncle John, bear with me. I'm just going to go ahead and read off some of this resolution here. It's coming from every single senator in the Guam legislature. So Republicans, Democrats all agree, and I know this is hard for a referee, but we all agree you have done an absolutely great job making all the right calls over your very lengthy career serving our sports community on our island, John. So be it resolved by the Committee on Rules, Imina 37 na legislator en Guahan, whereas John B. Benavente is the son of Sus C. Benavente and Inga Pascual of Derido. He's married to Yuko Matsumoto, and they are blessed with two children, David and Christopher, and his grandchildren are Alana, Maya, Sota, and Hina. John began his career serving as a referee all the way back in 1978 and is the longest-serving referee in the history of our island. John was also the first local referee for the sports of football and basketball. John has officiated in the sports of football, basketball, and cross-country events. He's organized clinics and coaches meetings and has officiated at thousands of games on our island. John enjoys scuba diving with over 100 dives completed, and he's also the president of the Mariana Sports Officials Association. He's a head official for men's, women's, and youth football games. He has officiated at several all-star games, and he has officiated at the Girls High School Far East Basketball Tournament, and he was a member of the men's national basketball team. So not only can he call the calls, but he can shoot the shots here. At the 1979 South Pacific Games that was held in Suva, Fiji. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the 37 Guam legislature that we do hereby recognize John B. Benavente for his dedication to sports and his service as a referee, and hereby commend him for his contributions to the sports community of Guam. And be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to John B. Benavente. I have your copy right here, sir. And the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, y Magahagan Guahan. And so, Mr. John, of course, want to present this really a small token of appreciation. We only hope that this resolution can begin to cover all the great accomplishments that you have given to our island and our people in service of our community and everybody who's into sports on Guam. And John, you know, I got to say, going into this resolution, umpires, referees, not usually the most loved people on the field, but I got to say, I never got to play a down in youth football, but I was the honorary water boy for the Southern Cowboys. And so I know a lot of football players, and, having come with KUAM and covered MFL, let me tell you, every player has told me about you. They said one thing about John B. is not only is he firm, but he is fair. And I think those are great qualities that people, on both sides of the ball want in a referee. And I know that you have a great story to share with us, Mr. Benavente, so please do so.
Okay. There's a little bit of humor in this one, but we were officiating up at Eagle Field. And at that venue, the Eagles organization, they were roasting a pig and they were going all out, full spread. And so during the game, one of my officials got harassed by a person who had been drinking too much. And next thing you know, I threw my flag, and next thing you know, we weren't invited to the barbecue or the food afterwards. And we're on the opposite end of the field sitting down on the log, and I said, "This is because of you buyers. We could have been there eating some pig, and everything, but it's not safe for us to go down there," because they were pissed. So that was one of the best what-if stories. If we had just not gotten in that situation, we would have been, roasted. We, enjoying the the barbecue. But at any rate, there were a lot of barbecues that we were invited to, and we did. We over the years, I can honestly tell you that the most rewarding part of officiating on Guam has been that, at the end of the day, when people win, people lose. But we're there just to provide a service. We're not there, we don't really care who wins. We have no eggs in the basket, so to speak. But it's been very enjoyable, I tell you. In fact, one of our officials, I'm very proud to say this, he started with us. He didn't know anything about football officiating, and now he's a member of the Division I ACC officiating. And his time here, which was about 3 or 4 years, he said he learned so much. And he's taken it with him, and he's taken it to the highest level, which is great. It's a great tribute to my crew that's here tonight and the ones that didn't make it, but we all taught them, because we're one thing when you're an official, it's the family. You're like family because you spend so much time together. I see the officials and the players and stuff like that more than I saw my family. Unfortunately, that's probably why I had 4 wives, because I was never home. They only lasted 25 years, all 4 of them put together, but officiating lasted 33 years. So
That's why you retired, right?
yeah. So now I got my 4th, so that's it. I'm done, and I'm not officiating any longer, so no excuses. But I do remember a great story about 2 of my sisters who are off stateside. They came to one of my games, and they were sitting on one side, of course, and during the game, his fans were after me. Benavente, saying all kinds of stuff. And my one sister, Judy Terlahi, wanted to get up and start fighting and to beat the, person up. I said, no, that's why they come to the game. They're part of the game, Without fans like that, it would be no challenge for us, So I know the coaches and the players, we hear a lot from everybody. So it's a never-ending story,
Thank you, John. And I think what is also never-ending is the legacy and the mark that you have left on our island. I know that things have really changed and come a long way since the first game you officiated. I'm pretty sure all those players that you were, calling penalties on have gone on to, have families of their own. And I think that, that shows that you have been in the game, pun intended, for a very long time. And, just on behalf of a grateful people and a grateful island, Sidus Masi. Again, thank you, and thank you. Yes. Biba John B! Biba John B! That's it. On behalf of all of our colleagues here in the 37 Guam Legislature. That's it. Flag on the play. Thank you very much, Mr. Benavente. On behalf of a family, he is definitely loved, as we have a packed house here in the public hearing room. For Senator Jesse Luan and Senator Sabina Perez, Guasi, Senator Chris Malafunction, Barnett, Sidus Masi, Mr. Benavente, está adios.